As a home builder, make sure that you avoid this common mistake. So this week, one topic that we've really been dealing with is around a lawsuit that we're in on a mechanics lien. The backstory briefly is that we had a customer, a client, that we were remodeling a large property for, and we decided that as a general contractor, we were gonna pay the material for the client and then get reimbursed. So the thought process at the time, as I'm kind of playing the tape back, is that of course we were just trying to go above and beyond for the client. We were trying to be, because we're always focused on bringing value to either our audience or to our specific clients. It's important to have honesty and integrity in every business transaction, and that's what we were trying to do here and with this particular client. However, it is very, very important to make sure that at the end of the day, we are not increasing our exposure financially, taking on unnecessary risks, and there's always that middle road where you can be going above and beyond and doing, more than what is expected without exposing ourselves either financially or exposing the business to unnecessary, unwarranted, or undeserved risk. So the steps that we're taking to solve this is we hired an attorney, we filed a mechanics lien, and in this context what a mechanics lien is a judgment against the property itself. So it goes on the deed of trust, and it's a judgment that says that not only does this client also owe the bank with whom they set up the mortgage, but also they owe us. We hired an attorney to then also foreclose on that mechanics lien once we didn't hear back from the customer. So this could have been prevented. The way to prevent this, and I guess a learning experience from us, is that had we set proper boundaries, we're so focused on serving the client, pleasing the client, going above and beyond, that we got a little carried away with the amount of money that we floated on behalf of the client. Floating in this case is money we've put out there that the client's supposed to reimburse us for. Now, we were trying to do a good service. However, there is a line in the sand. It is imperative to remember that this, at the end of the day, is a business transaction. And it is important to remain professional and not necessarily buddies like we'll oftentimes find ourselves in that position. And so in summary, the bigger picture is continue to find that line in the sand of where you're being courteous, you're being accommodating, but yet at the same time setting that expectation that this is a professional business transaction and that will have no problem going the extra mile, but it is going to be imperative that we don't necessarily float funds because that's not in our contract. Our contract as a general contractor is to build what the blueprints show. Nothing more, nothing less. If you're a home builder and you're listening to this, make sure that you very much pay attention to the contracts, what the expectations are. Ask the client at the very beginning if there's anything that you could do to go above and beyond and bring that extra level of value, because their answer may be partly something you're willing to take on, and it may be partly something you're not willing to take on. And if you could give them a reason and a justified answer as to why not, you can engage and start the business relationship together with proper expectations, them being satisfied that you are going above and beyond, but at the same time, mitigating that extra ask that's really not in your scope of work.